Hello all, I am Haridasan. Welcome to the SAP MM session. Topic for the today's session is functional specification or functional design document. Let's try to understand first what is functional specification. The functional specification describes the features of the desired functionality in SAP. In SAP, most of the SAP requirements are met by standard solution. Suppose if the business requirements are not met by SAP standard solution, then we have to go for a new developments in SAP. And for that, we have to give this requirement to ABAPer with the FS documents. It's also called as functional design document. Now let's try to deep dive on this, in which scenarios one has to create the functional specification. For that, SAP has given precise categories of SAP developments that is called as a RISE-FW. So it's nothing but reports, interface, conversion, enhancement, form, workflow. Um, I will just explain this one by one. Suppose say report. So let's come to point number one, reports. Report means suppose if you want to develop a few customization reports as per the business requirements like inventory report, invoice report, PO overview reports, etc. So there are so many ready-made available reports we have already in ECC or in a Fiori apps. On top of that, if you need any customized reports, then we have to get the requirement from the business and get this developed with the ABAPer by giving the functional specification. Similarly, coming to the second point, interface. So to send some data from SAP to third-party system, then we have a standard IDOC available in SAP. In case if a few modifications are required, suppose in case like suppose sometimes we need to modify something in a field level in IDOC. In that case, for example, in PO IDOC to send the PO net price with the tax, then one has to develop the new segments. For that, we need to provide FS to ABAPer with the few logics. Similarly, coming to the third point, conversion. During the cutover activity, we need to upload the master data, transactional data from the legacy system. So previously in ECC, we were using LSMW. Now in S4 HANA, we have migrate your data apps where we can upload the materials, vendors, open POs, etc. Suppose if there is any Z fields in PO or EKPO, EKKO table, then we have to give FS to ABAPer to add these Z fields to the LTMC object. So these are all I'm giving like brief examples of that, like why where we can give FS in these RISE-FW. Let's move on to enhancement. Suppose as per the business requirement, if you want to develop some Z fields in PO or PR, etc. Then for this also we need to hand over the FS to ABAPer. Also, for example, say like PO condition type should pick up the values from the Z tables with some calculation. Here we have to provide FS uh, to develop a routine for the PO pricing procedure. Uh, Next, coming to the forms like purchase or forms development. Suppose in purchase order, we might have to add company address, delivery address, tax details, company logo, etc. For this, we need to provide the FS. For this also, we need to provide FS to ABAPer. Last one, like workflow in case of customized workflow table development for the release trigger with respect to cost center, account assignment, purchase group, purchase all. Then we have to give this requirement to workflow consultant through FS. Oh, so these are all the example where we can and how we can give the FS. Like now, let's come actual content in FS. Like I would like to give one small example, like how we can provide the FS to the adapter. So suppose if we tell something requirement directly to the adapter, then he may not be understanding and he will demand for the FS. Let's move to the actual requirement. Here is the actual FS. So our first requirement is PO creation date and time. So to achieve this details, like we should go to the CDHDR table first. CDHDR is nothing but header document change table. So here we have to pass this PO object ID and then PO number and the change indicator. So if we pass these three value in this table, then we can get the PO creation date and time. So for that, like let's check in the SAP first. Like we have one PO example. Suppose uh, if you want to check, I have 112 PO here. Last number is 112. If you want to check what is the exact creation date and time, so at least creation date you can get it directly here. But if you want to get the time also, like in the program level, we should pass this values in the program. Suppose I will go to the SE16N. Here I'll go to the CDHDR table. Then I'll pass the three values, like one is the PO object ID, then I'm going to pass the PO number and change indicator. So, uh, so as you see here, like I have passed all these three values, then execute, then where you will get this PO creation date and time. So this is how you will get the PO creation date and time. So if a mapper is if we pass these tables and fill details in this program, then you can achieve this in the PO form. All these details you can see in the PO form display. Now let's go to the second requirement, PO release date and time. So here we have two sets of uh, two steps. So first we have to pass the few values to CD pos table, which is PO document change item table, where we have to pass the PO object ID and PO number, then release indicator, field details, and actual release indicator. Uh, let's go to the PO first. Let's say I will take some released PO. Here it's my released PO. So this PO is already got released and release date is this one and sorry, this is the PO creation date. So we cannot see in the front end what is the release date and time. So for that, you can check it here in the document header changes. Here where exactly you can see the PO release date. So this is the date 19th for 2022 where the PO got released and this is the time you can see. So same details we can get it in the table level as well. So go to the as per SC16N. So here now we have to go to CD pause table first. So here you can pass this details. What is the PO object, and second is the PO number. Third, you can see in the release indicator. In the F name field, we have to pass the FRGK detail field details, and in the value new, somewhere we can find value underscore new. So here I have to pass R. So all total I have passed 4 values in the CD pos table. Then now I am going to execute. So as I said, this is a two-step process where you will get the uh, document number. It is nothing but here we can see the technical name of the document number, CHANGENR. So this is the number we have to pass the second table where we have to pass to the CDHDR table. Let's go to the one session where I can open CDHDR table. So here I am going to copy this number, and here I will pass this detail, and meanwhile I have to pass the other detail as well. So that is the object ID and the PO number. So PO number is 39. So after passing these 3 values, then execute. Then you can see this actual PO release date and time. So this is nothing but you can go back and cross check in the PO header changes where you can see so status B got changed to R on the date 19th April 22, and time is 8:01:43. So same details we can get it here.